did, but
Mhm.
because of the time that we had, did you see a value in being able to scrutinize the plans and the scope of work the way that we did to try and fine tune the budget for you guys?
Yeah, I mean, we were at that thing a lot for that first bit, and then we took a break, and then we were at it again, like multiple meetings with you. And I think yeah, it's good to say, okay, well, I think you remember I was like, I want pocket doors. And then in the thing, it was like, well, those are really expensive, so we're just going to switch back to the regular door. Like just little things like that where you can try and find ways to meet the budget. I would say like the beginning for people, if they're going to do the project, is a lot of work because you guys are so keen and on really solidifying the budget, which is great. There's a lot of work that you have to do at the front end of things. So, like we had to go and figure out our lighting and it's like put a budget in for that. Like all the little things, like we were going to all these places and putting in those items so that we could fill that in for you. And you were, there was like no way we would get away with it. You're just like, you guys got to fill this in. You got to fill these budget items in because you want to be so respectful of the budget. So I think it is really great. It just, people should know it does require a lot of your time at the front end to go to places and shop and get quotes and, put that into the budget and then see it all together and then go through it again and where do you think we can cut and save and what shit we don't want to cut and what, can be. So yeah, that process, it was hard, but I think it's worth it. Like our friends have done this, and it was just like they did it in this like summer. They put it together and then built it. And I was like, oh my god, we were on this budget for months and months and months. So
Yeah, and some of them were minor changes, like even the exterior of our house. You guys were good enough to put together, well, this is what the budget's going to look like if it's stucco. This is what it's going to look like if
oh
it's
right.
like per square foot, if it's stucco plus stone. This is what it'll look like if it's hardy board plus this much stone. Originally, we wanted a brick look, but in our neighborhood, because of the size of the foundation, you could only do brick veneer. So we were looking at that. And so it was very important for us when we looked at the original budget. You kind of start with, well, this is if we had unlimited money, this is what this would look
Mm-hmm.
like. And then it's like, okay, how do we take off very large, tens and even hundreds of thousands of dollar chunks? And so it was very helpful to get everything priced out that way to help us make decisions, because then it's like, well, if we do A on this part plus C on that part, then we can make it work. And then, talking with Jaclyn about making the decisions portion, I can see why it does take people much longer, because it also works both ways.